of how sports should be played.
Royce? The guy's a hack.
And he doesn't pull any punches.
He doesn't know a typewriter from second base.
He tells it like it is.
Royce, he's a close personal friend of mine.
Pat Royce. Read him in the St. Paul Pioneer Press Dispatch. Nobody else brings you the news like this.
Buick breaks the mold with the first GM car of the 90s, the all-new Buick Regal, a one-of-a-kind luxury coupe only at your better Buick dealers. To celebrate, they're offering great deals on new Buicks like the 1988 Century. The front-wheel drive American road car, sticker price from just $11,793. See your better Buick dealer now, where the all-new Regal is waiting, and the great deals keep coming.
The great American road belongs to Buick.
You're definitely going.
You know how long I've waited.
You'll be back. Is it something you need?
It's what I really want. The Conservatory on Nicollet. The kind of shopping you've been waiting for.
I could learn to shop.
Stay tuned for News 11 right after the game.
Now, the Twin Cities
fastest growing television news. News 11 with Paul Majors, Kirsten Lindquist, Jeff Passolts on sports, and meteorologist Paul Douglas.
To the wall.
It's a game Detroit won't soon forget as the Twins nail the Tigers to the wall and the Twins win their tickets to the World Series. Good afternoon. The red-hot Twins have won the pennant, and it's off to the World Series.
You don't have to say anything else but the final score, 9-5. That says it all. Game 5 wrapped up about 5-10 minutes ago.
We go now to Detroit live via Skylink 11 to Paul Majors and Tom Ryder for the highlights.
Well, as no doubt most of you know, it was 25 years since the Twins were in the World Series. Names of the past: Killebrew, Oliva, Allison, Versailles. They're giving way to the names of the present: Brunansky, Gaetti, Herbeck, Puckett.
That's
and
right.
Of course, all the rest. There always seems to be a different hero on this Minnesota team.
And the thing that made it that much sweeter is that they came into a ballpark filled with such legend. You know, Ty Cobb has played here. Charlie Gehringer has played here. Hank Greenberg has played here.
And the Twins have played here.
And the Twins have come here and erased all that.
That's what matters tonight.
That's right. They walked in and they erased all of that. And they came in, and now most of the Detroit media, New York media, East Coast media said this series will be over in 5 to 6 games. Detroit will win it. Well, they did get the games right, but they got the wrong team, didn't they?
Most of the media in town here was saying that as well. It's also been a fairly subdued crowd around here. Around the 8th inning, they really started to take off, even though the game did get somewhat exciting again in the 9th when Reardon was out there and facing Noakes in particular once again. We do have a camera down in the Twins locker room right now. We'll punch that up for you. You can see what's going on. Jeff Passolts is making his way around through there and having a difficult time of it right now. You can see some of the Twins players back there. As you can imagine, it was a madhouse when the Twins got in there, even though Commissioner Peter Ueberroth said no cameras, no champagne. He would prefer that, he said, in the locker rooms. It hasn't obviously worked out too well. The celebration fever is rampant.
Paul, a little earlier, you and I were watching as Sparky Anderson, the Detroit manager, one of the classiest people in baseball, went into the locker room, embraced Tom Kelly, embraced Carl Pohlad, some of the players. Here's a guy who's won it all. He's
and
lost
at the time,
it all.
we couldn't hear him, but he was making the indication, at least it appeared to be, to Carl Pohlad, as though the Twins truly are the #1 team. You look very complimentary.
That's right. I think Jeff is in there with the game MVP, Tom Brunansky.
Right.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom. Paul, this is just an unbelievable moment for anybody who's been a Twins fan for a long time. I have Tom Brunansky talking to Carl Pohlad behind us here and getting the congratulations in, Tom. An unbelievable moment.
Just fascinating. It was just, you can't explain the feelings that are running through our bodies right now because we've had the dream all the way from spring training. We knew we could do it. We knew we had the ability. We just had to go out and play, and we did that. We proved a lot of people who doubted us that we've got a good ball club.
And boy, did your bat come to life, especially the last few games here, all these extra base hits.
Well, it's everybody doing their share, you know. It's some guys, someday it's one another guys. Everybody's picking this whole ball club. That's why we've done it the whole year. So we're playing as a ball club. We want to continue that.
You get a chance to rest a bit to get ready for the next one.
It'll be nice to get back home, enjoy a few days of working out, level out a little bit, and get our priorities straight for the World Series.
Bruno, go ahead and get back in that party. Thanks a lot, and nice going. And if we could, Mr. Pohlad, real quick, Carl Pohlad, the owner of the Twins, what a marvelous moment for the Twins organization to have something like this come along.
Well, I'm soaking in it. There's no words that can express it. Even you feel it.
Soaking is adequate.
We all feel it, and it's just something that you can't explain unless you're here.
We've talked about the Twins ever since you came on board. Things have just seemed to click.
Well, we got a great team. They make it happen.
All right. Congratulations. We look forward to the World Series. We go back out to Paul and Tom. We'll rustle up somebody else in a moment here.
You know, I don't know if Carl Pohlad was even expecting this kind of return on his investment this quickly. I mean, he's a shrewd businessman, but he'd have to be able to peer into the future to come up with that.
Paul, there was a time when I was really wondering that in my lifetime if the Twins were going to win the pennant, because it just seemed like they were down. Now, they had the pieces to win a pennant, but you need the full complement. They played great defense, and I think that really did a job on Detroit.
They came in here and just played great baseball. You have to remember, since the All-Star break, the Twins had only won 9 games on the road. They come in here, win 2 games outright. And Game 3, actually, that's the one they came back when they were down by 5 runs.
Right.
Came back, went ahead, and eventually Reardon gave up the long ball to Sheridan and put the game ahead.
Very good point, because that was the day the Twins told us we delivered a message to the Detroit Tigers. Down 5-0, came back, took a 6-5 lead. I went in the locker room when the game was over, even though they lost the game, and they were smiling as though they had won. They said we had given a message. I think Andy McPhail is standing by
now. A man
now.
who's really helped turn the Twins around. Andy's down there with Jeff.
All right, we are talking with Andy McPhail. Boy, what a marvelous moment for you, a guy that's relatively young as far as management's concerned in baseball, but to have a World Series team.
Well, it's very fortunate, Jeff. It's outstanding to be able to go to the World Series. Your first year as general manager, I have one sort of bad feeling that I may work for about 20 or 30 more years in this business and never be with as good a group of guys as we've got assembled here. They've given everything they've gotten to this state of Minnesota. They played hard. They won 2 out of 3 in a very tough ball club at a tough stadium, and I can't say enough about them. And Tom Kelly and the coaching staff, they've done a terrific job.
Well, congratulations to you on an outstanding job as well. And this fella right here who came on board, Jerry Bell, president of the Twins, what a great moment today, huh?
Oh, it's terrific, Jeff. Just outstanding. I can't say enough about the job that these players have done. They did it all year on the field. And Puckett, of course, one of the major roles that he played, and Andy McPhail and our owner for sticking with all of us and just helping out everyone as much as he could. It's just been a wonderful year.
And now it's the World Series. Kirby Puckett, what a thrill it must be for you.
Oh, it's great, Jeff. I can't believe I made it, man. A couple years ago, I was in the minor leagues, and this is my lifelong dream to make it to the World Series, and I'm going now, man. I'm enjoying myself, man.
You ever think it was going to happen this quick?
I didn't know when. I just wanted to do it because some people play all their lives past and don't get this chance, but we got a chance now, man, and we're going to make the best of it.
Kirby, you were struggling early in the series, but you came on, got some big hits in these last couple of games that made the difference.
Well, the big thing was that the team won, but I didn't do anything, so I tried to make it up in other areas, Jeff, and it's just great, man. I came on these last 2 games, but other guys been swinging too. I didn't score 9 runs by myself, and I'm just glad the team did what they did, because it's great, man.
It has been a team effort, hasn't it?
All year long. It's been a different hero every day, and today we had a couple more heroes, and Blyleven did a good job, hung in there as long as he could, and Barry and Gare, we got all them shots later, and then Jeff Reardon closed it out. So it's been a team effort all year, man, and today too.
Enjoy all of this, get some rest, and get ready for the World Series.
All right, Pat.
All right. No, I knew you were going to do it to me. Kirby, I'm sending you a cleaning bill. Back outside to you guys.
I think Kirby can afford to play the cleaning bill. He's going to get to renegotiate his contract.
That's right. It's a big year for him to do that. Yeah. You know, and Jeff, this is the second time this has happened to him. Now, I got the shaving cream on the head while they were driving for the pennant, but Jeff's the one who's gotten soaked. Literally.
Yeah, he's really been punished. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break from Detroit here. They're telling me wait now. Let's go right back down to the locker room and see if Jeff's dried off by now. Jeff?
I'm not dried off. I'm in the midst of this celebration, I guess. Congratulations, Ken Herbeck, the hometown hero. You're on an American League Championship team going to the World Series.
Oh, it feels great, Jeff. It's a fantastic feeling. You can't really explain it. What I'm really happy for the people back home. Finally waiting, and we finally made it, and hopefully we can keep on going.
You talk about breaks in this game and the series and that sort of thing, but how about breaks for Ken Herbeck, a guy that grows up in his hometown and he ends up playing in the World Series for that team?
It's a thrill. I mean, I dreamed about it in the backyard when I was a kid, playing with my buddies, playing wiffle ball and stuff in the backyard, and now you actually get a chance to go out there and play in the World Series. And I know the guys in the block that I play with are going to be saying, hey, we practice that in the backyard, and hopefully I can I know a couple times I think I hit home runs to win the game in the World Series, and hopefully I can do that this time.
You guys have been the underdogs in this series, but you proved the critics wrong, and I know that you were making a special point of that you guys kind of enjoy being the underdog.
I think so. I didn't put any pressure on us. We just went out there and had fun, but Tommy kept us together and said, hey, just go out there and play your game and have some fun. And that's what we're here for. I mean, that's what we're trying to do, is make sure we have some fun. And we did, and look where we ended up. We're going to the World Series.
Talking about Herbeck struggling before this game tonight, people were, and you got a couple of hits and scored a run that really ended up making a difference in the game.
Hey, I've been struggling. Yeah, it's you know, somebody's got to make the outs, I guess. I was a rally killer today, but we won the ball game. I didn't care how the heck I did. As long as we win, I caught that last out, and I got to hug Jeff, and that was all the thing there was to it.
It sure was fun to watch. Thanks a lot, Kent. Good luck.
All right, thanks,
All
Jeff.
right, get some rescue ready for the
Mom.
World Series.
Let me say hi to Mom. If
There
you're
you
watching
go.
back there, Mom, we did it. All right.
I'll say hi to my mom, too, and then we'll go back out to Paul and Tom.
Well, I can't say hi to my mom. She's way out west. How about you?
Well, she might know. Well, my mom is there.
One thing we want to clear up, the Detroit fans here have been very, very good fans throughout this
They have.
series. They truly have. They've been
That's right.
very cordial, very receptive to the Twins, in particular the Twins' wives. There was a report apparently back in the Twin Cities, not on our air, that the Twins' wives had been taken out of the stadium because of bomb threat. That was incorrect. What happened was this morning, a local radio station here in Detroit said, go to the game and throw Twinkies at the Twins' wives. As you know, throughout the series, you've seen it on NBC, the Twins' wives had had their whistles out there, and that disturbed some of the fans around them. They were provided with security by the stadium commissioner. I know on the way over here today on board their bus, the stadium commissioner asked them, please don't blow your whistles. I can only do so much to protect you. And then apparently when this Twinkies thing came up, they then ushered some of the wives out of there for their own safety. But there were no bomb threats made against the Twins' wives. There were no death threats made against them, anything of that nature.
But they did the right thing, I think, by evacuating, because you never can tell. It might be somebody who is behaving erratically, so you never can tell.
Well, we just wanted to clear that up as we come back to you folks in the studio.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
We also want to remind folks at home, if you're planning on attending that welcoming home rally at the Dome at 9 o'clock tonight, the gates open at 9 o'clock. Now, the Twins are going to be arriving at the airport at the same time.
At 9 o'clock.
But the club says, don't go to the airport. Go to the Dome, gates open, 9 o'clock, big welcome home rally.
The Twins will be coming by bus directly from the airport to that party. It's going to be a great party. We hope to see you there. News 11 will be there, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, what a surprise. A hamburger.
Wowee. After eating over 7 billion hamburgers a year, people can't contain their excitement when it comes to another burger.
Golly gee whiz, another hamburger. Yahoo!
It's burger burnout, but Arby's has the solution. Delicious, slow-roasted Arby's roast beef on lots of different sandwiches, all topped in their own special way. So instead of getting burned out on burgers...
Oh, no. Another hamburger.
Get Arby's instead and taste the difference.
Heat your home with Bryant's efficient formula gas furnace and get 1 month of free gas. Or heat your home with the ultra-efficient Plus 90 furnace and get 2 months of free gas. Formula and Plus 90 from Bryant. Up to 97% efficient and fired up with free gas.
In the West metropolitan area, call Heating and Cooling 2.
What are you in for?
I worked in government. How about you?
Wall Street.
These days, everywhere you turn, honesty isn't necessarily the best policy.
What are you in for?
Tune-ups. At Sparks Tune-Up Centers, we actually believe honesty still pays. So, we tell you exactly what our tune-up includes, then we do it. With brand-name parts, the latest diagnostic equipment, and a warranty. Sparks. An honest tune-up at an honest price.
It's the Subaru year-end clearance! The greatest Subaru deals in Subaru history! Stupendous Subaru savings!
Hold it! Instead of hype, Subaru gives you up to $1,500 factory cash back or 3.9 financing. Great deals, even on Subarus under $10,000. Up to $1,500 back or 3.9. With cars and deals that good, you don't have to shout. Subaru gives you up to $1,500 factory cash back or 3.9 financing.
We're going to go back to Detroit right now via Skylink 11 to Paul Majors and Tom Ryther.
You guys, this is Kevin. I guess this is especially a sweet success because they won it on the road. Not at home, but on the road, with one of the worst records on the road in the season.
Good point. Yeah, as we mentioned, Kevin, earlier, since the All-Star break, they'd only won 9 games on the road. They come in here, take 2. And really, Game 3 was so disheartening because that was the Twins' game after coming back from being down by 5 runs.
But as you said earlier, it really did deliver a message to the Tigers because they came back.
And the Twins, as you said, you were in the locker room, they were optimistic.
Really?
After that game.
And I think that really was the the point to where they told the Tigers, forget what happened during the regular season, that's done.
Absolutely. Let's go down to the locker room right now. Jeff Passolts down there with a really great guy, Roy Smalley. Jeff?
All right, thanks a lot, Paul. Tom. Well, this guy's been around for a while. He's waited a long time for this moment. You were with the Twins early when they came close. I remember that '77 season and the great year you were having and the rest of the Twins. It's got to feel great.
Oh, I just can't describe it, Jeff. I really can't. To start the season like this and with one thing in mind and get through the whole year and finally accomplish it with the ups and downs of the season, I cannot describe to you the sense of accomplishment that we all feel. We're all just drained and happy and couldn't feel better.
You know what the people of the Twin Cities, the atmosphere there's been around the Twins, because you've lived in the Twin Cities in the off-season, even when you weren't with the ball club there for a while. So you can kind of relate to how they're feeling. They must really be going crazy back there.
Well, I have felt the same way that the people in the Twin Cities have felt for, lo, these many years, and I'm just so happy for them. They've deserved a chance like this and a team like this and for a long, long time. I'm glad that we could win it on the road to dispel that. I wish they could see all this firsthand, but they're going to see the World Series, and that's what's important. And God bless all you, because, good golly. I like the way that feels.
All right, hopefully we'll be doing it again in a couple of weeks.
We got one more celebration, and they're going to be involved.
All right, nice going, Roy. Right. Frankie Viola. Frank, can you come over quick? Another one of the mainstays for the Twins. Came back and pitched a pretty good game yesterday on 3 days rest. You get a chance to do some resting now, though.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. We got a big series left, and we're going to enjoy it the next couple of days, but then we're right back to business again.
So much for this rough road record stuff, huh?
Well, that was pretty much thrown out the window. I think the turning point of the whole series when we were down 5-0 in Game 3 and took the lead. We ended up losing, but we showed we could score runs and score runs in a hurry.
You didn't win as many games this year, but I'm sure you don't really mind, huh?
It doesn't matter. It was a total team effort, and that's how you win games, and that's how you win seasons, and what have you. And it's just a great time.
Hopefully you'll win a couple, 3 more.
I'll be fine with me. Well, just anything I can do to help.
Frank Viola, nice going. We look forward to the series.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, we go back upstairs to you two again.
All right.
And a while down there.
Yeah, absolutely, as it should be.
Paul, it's just now sinking in to me that they have won the American League Pennant. This is unreal.
Not to me. In the 8th inning, I thought this is ours. The fans where I was sitting up in the stands were really quiet throughout most of the game. Although the nicest thing that happened here today as far as Detroit goes, I think, is Darrell Evans, after that really sad game yesterday in which he committed a couple of errors, picked off at the base by Gaetti and Loudner. When he came to bat today, it was really something here in Tiger Stadium. You probably saw it on TV. They gave him that very, very nice standing ovation.
Well, they know what it's like to win here. They know what it's like to lose here. They've had some great moments, some sad moments. And you know what a lot of them have said to me? That, hey, you guys have never won a World Series. It's been 22 years. Go get them.
I was in the 5th grade, I think, is where I was 22 years ago. Andy McPhail was in the 6th grade. Let's go down to the locker room right now. Jeff Passolts down there with the Terminator.
Yeah, he's another reason why the Twins are headed for the World Series. Jeff Reardon, who had a decent series for the Twins here, great series, finished them off again tonight.
Yeah, it was fun. It wasn't very pretty, but I didn't care how I got them out, just as long as we won the ball game, and that was the happiest moment of my career.
When you first came to the Twins, did you ever expect this ball club could come this far?
Not until I saw all the hitters in spring training, and then I realized, if the pitching could be mediocre, I thought we had an excellent chance of winning, and you got a pretty good hit lineup in this team.
I remember hearing from you in the spring training when that trade was made, and you said, I can't really name maybe 1 or 2 guys in the ball club.
Yeah, that's true. I never really followed the American League, being in the National League for 7.5 years, but after about the first week of spring, I knew we were going to have a good year.
You may have been like a lot of people around America, but after this series, maybe there's a lot of folks out there who know who the Minnesota Twins are now, huh?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to find out about us. Everybody thought we'd get swept in this series, and we ended up, winning the series in 5 games, and I think everybody thought they were going to win in 5 games.
You had a rocky point there during the season, but you really come on here in the later part to mow them down, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm glad I did it near the end, because if you don't do it at the end, there's a chance that we might not win it.
Well, it isn't over yet, and we wish you luck in the World Series.
Thank you very much.
Jeff Reardon, an outstanding season so far. Back upstairs, fellas.
Paul, I'll never forget the first question I ever asked Jeff Reardon. I said, do you throw a split-fingered fastball? You hear so much about that? He said, no. I said, why? He said, my fingers are too short.
Was he that euphoric when he answered your question?
It's hard to tell. The guy's like that all the time.
Yeah, someone's got to get him pumped up. Although he does a good job, so what the heck? He can do anything he wants. Let's go back to the studio right now.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. In case you've just joined us, we'd like to tell you about a party at the Metrodome tonight in honor of the Twins. It's a welcome home party at 9 o'clock. The gates open at the Dome at 9 o'clock. The Twins will be coming into Twin Cities International at about the same time. They'll be taking a bus to the Dome, and it would be nice if you're all there to welcome
don't
them.
bother going to the airport. Go straight to the Dome and join in. We're all going to be there.
We understand there's no admission charge.
Okay, we'll be back right after this.
They're coming to a Hardee's near you. The stars of Hardee's Cinnamon and Raisin Biscuits. And now, when you buy any 2 Rise and Shine biscuits or any dessert, you can get a cool California raisin for only 99 cents. There's 4 in all, a new one each week. Get your California raisins at Hardee's. Another way we're out to win you over.
Hey, come here. Closer. Now put your nose right on this towel. Sniff. Smell anything? No, nothing? Then you're getting the picture. It's new unscented liquid Tide. It's 100% perfume free. And what's so nice about that is, since there's no perfume here, there's nothing to smell here. Except clean. New unscented liquid Tide. All you smell is clean.
Our last blast sale is on at Towsley Subaru. We have so much good news, we need all this commercial.
Now, wait a minute. We have just as much good news here at Towsley Ford.
We've made a special purchase of 150 Subarus, 100 four-wheel drives, wagons, hatchbacks, sedans, all real Minnesota cars with cash back up to $1,500.
Yes, but here at
The prices are so low. You can buy a brand new 87 four-wheel drive Subaru for only $69.95. I repeat, $69.95. But only during this last blast sale while they last. Towsley Subaru, White Bear Lake.
The rich, whole grains of Home Pride Buttertop bread, and the rich golden honey, and then the butter. Fresh, sweet, creamery butter poured down the length of each loaf. These give Home Pride its rich, noticeably rich taste. Quite simply, there is no taste like the rich taste of Home Pride. White or wheat, there's no taste like the rich taste of Home Pride.
I bet a lot of you folks are wondering about World Series tickets. They go on sale tomorrow at Dayton's at 8 in the morning, and they'll be selling tickets.
In the first inning with no score, Matt Noakes hit a ground ball, looked to be a sure base hit. Greg Gagne, though, a fine play, and throws Noakes out. The Twins serving notice early. In the second inning, no score. Tom Bernansky, a double. 2 runs come in to score, and the Twins led 2-0 off Doyle Alexander. Later in the second inning, Dan Gladden, a base hit. Lombardozzi comes in to score, and it was 3-0. And then it was Kirby Puckett's turn. A base hit, Gladden scores, and it was 4-0 off Eric King. In the fourth inning, the Twins leading 4-1. Detroit came back. Matt Noakes, a 2-run homer to right field. It was 4-3. In the seventh inning, the Twins leading 4-3. A big run right here, not very exciting. A Randy Bush sacrifice fly to center field. Herbeck tags and scores. That made it 5-3.
Just draws a throw. It's the last.
As the Minnesota Twins go on and win their first American League Championship in 22 years, and they are World Series bound. 9-5 here at Tiger Stadium, and it's a little crazy still in the locker room.
Let's go down there. Jeff Passolts down there right now with a guest.
All right, it is still a scene of euphoria here in the locker room. Gary Gaetti, the MVP of the series, just coming through the door here after being in the interview room. And Gary, a little worked up, to be honest with you, because he hasn't been able to take part in this celebration. He says, I can't enjoy myself. Everybody's got him going every which way. We'll try and talk to him sometime here. But after the game, we got these comments.
It feels great, Jeff. It's a fantastic feeling. You can't really explain it. What I'm really happy for the people back home. Finally waiting, and we finally made it, and hopefully we can keep on going.
All year long, it's been a different hero every day, and today we had a couple more heroes. And Bly Levin did a good job, hung in there as long as he could, and Baron Garrett, we got all them shots later, and then Jeff Ridden closed it out. So it's been a team effort all year, man, and today too.
I have one sort of bad feeling that I may work for about 20 or 30 more years in this business and never be with as good a group of guys as we've got assembled here. They've given everything they've gotten to this state of Minnesota. They played hard. They won 2 out of 3 in a very tough ball club at a tough stadium, and I can't say enough about them. And Tom Kelly and the coaching staff, they've done a terrific job.
Back here in the locker room, Ken Herbeck, I think, had the best line of the whole post-game celebration. He said somebody called Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza is owned by the guy that owns the Detroit Tigers. The Twins are enjoying themselves here in the locker room. We hope to talk to Tom Kelly. If we can, we're just going to hang in here for just a moment or so. Here he comes right now, Tom Kelly. And Tom, congratulations on an outstanding series and an outstanding season.
Thank you very much. The guys played great for me. Andy McPhail did a great job getting some players and making my job a lot easier. And things fell in place for us. And then now we have a chance to go to a World Series.
The Twins, underdogs in the series, but you fooled the critics. You also got the breaks, and now you're getting a little bit of a shower.
Oh, Lordy have mercy. I thought that was done with.
I don't think this is going to be done with for a while. But anyway, you got the breaks at the right time, but things really did fall into place.
Well, I tell you that, you make your own breaks, you do some things, you try some things, and you take a chance once in a while, and if things work out, well, you call it a break. But my players made the breaks for the ball club, and we played an aggressive type baseball this season, and things did go our way somewhat. And you got to give a lot of credit to our pitchers and our pitching coach, Dick Such, who was ridiculed a lot over the year, and he did a great job with the pitchers.
You've been with this Twins organization 18 years, something like that, so it really has been a long haul for you, even though you're the youngest manager in baseball.
Well, the Twins have been very good to me, right from Calvin Griffith. Always treated me great. Now Mr. Polad's in charge, and he's done a great job by me, and Andy McPhail's a great man to work for, and I'm real happy for the organization.
Tom, on behalf of the Twins fans, thank you. It's been great, and hopefully we can keep her going, huh?
I hope so. We'll do the best we can.
All right, Tom Kelly, the manager of the Twins, the players manager. We go back up now to Tom and Paul.
Paul, while watching that, I remember a conversation I had with Kelly in the dead of winter when he was in New Jersey. Didn't look like he was going to get the job, and he told me, it looks like I'm out of it. Boy, oh boy, are we ever glad he got the job.
He's in the thick of it now, yeah. Oh. Jeff mentioned the euphoria down in the locker room. There also has to be a lot of euphoria going on in the Twin Cities. Let's go to Alan Costantini right now in St. Paul. Alan?
Well, Paul, I think you just introduced me, but this is Jose's Sports Bar in St. Paul. I hope you can hear me. And it's been like this. It's been like this since the game ended over half an hour ago now. But look in the middle down here. Excuse me 1 second here. Look, excuse me 1 second here. Look down here. Can you see this woman? She just can't take the excitement anymore. Listen, let's talk to somebody here and see what their prediction is. Now, you got Jeff Kennedy here. Jeff from St. Paul. Jeff, what about the series now? Well, if we have to play St. Louis, how do you think the series will go?
St. Louis will beat them in 5. I guarantee the Twins will take them in 5.
What about the Giants?
The Giants will beat them in 4 straight.
4 straight to the Giants. Well, there you go. Now, look at it. Well, they're gone. And the celebration isn't just going on here in St. Paul. It's going on in Minneapolis, too, and that's where Gail Fawaki is.
Hi, Ellen. Yeah, in case... For those of you who think that downtown people in Minneapolis don't have spirit, we've organized our own special treat for you right here on the corner of 6th and 4th, and they'd like to perform for you. Now, if that is enthusiasm, I don't know what is. There are other places in downtown Minneapolis, though, where the celebration has really started. And if this isn't happiness, I don't know what is. These people can hardly contain themselves. This is going on down at Hubert's right now. These people are literally dancing in the aisles at Hubert's, having the time of their life. They've waited a long time for this, and they deserve this celebration. And as you can see, everyone is having a wonderful time. This is great. Well, one thing that's still to come tonight is the celebration down at the Dome. Starting at 9 o'clock, you can get in the door free, and everyone is being discouraged from going to the airport. There's going to be no celebration there, but 9 o'clock at the Dome, people are welcome. Back to you, Kevin and Diana. We're number 1. All right.
I think we may want to go back. Do we want to go back to Detroit right now? Tom and Paul standing. Let's go back to Detroit.
We're still standing.
There we go.
Hey, I would like to throw this in. The gentleman in St. Paul who said the Giants would win in 4 straight, I beg to differ. The Twins can beat either the Cardinals or the Giants, and I truly believe that. I think with their great defense and their hitting, they can beat anybody. And I would say going into the series, they had better be taken seriously.
They're certainly looking like giant killers at this point. I see some of Detroit's finest right back here behind me right now. So I think it's kind of safe. So I'm going to go ahead Here, I'll do this right now.
Go Twins, go
okay,
Twins.
Yeah, go Twins. Okay, back to you guys real quick.
It's a used hanky.
Yeah, by the way, Colin, we just want to let you know that that guy, no, he did say that the Twins would beat the Giants. We just want to set the record straight on that.
Now Tommy likes him again.
Yeah, there you go.
Heck of a guy.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys a little bit later.
Thank you, gentlemen. Well, all over the Twin Cities, people literally stopped what they were doing to watch the game. For instance, in Bloomington, the workers at Lehman's Body Shop got the bosses okay to take a break and watch the action on TV in the garage. Some even came dressed in Twins paraphernalia. Down at the Dome, television sets were on in every office as Twins employees and Dome workers kept watching the game. The atmosphere was intense as everyone watched with bated breath. And now here's a true Twins believer. Philip Gutterman parked himself in front of the Daytons this morning, equipped with a lawn chair, a cooler, a pop, and a portable TV. Gutterman had no doubts about the Twins making the series.
I want to come down here tomorrow morning and then, you know, be back about 200 to 300 people and stand in line. I figured, you know, if I'm going to stand in line, I'll just come down here and camp out overnight.
Gutterman calls himself the complete Twins fan.
Twins fever has hit fans of all ages. Some seniors at Metro Carver Center in Minneapolis got caught up in the action today. They watched the game on TV and waved their Homer hankies at all the appropriate plays. And there's one little guy who watched today's game without missing a pitch. Chris Ascenti, whose mentor is Twins pitcher Bert Blyleven, watched from a hospital bed. Earlier this year, Chris underwent treatment for leukemia, and Blyleven went to bat for him by inviting Chris down to the dugout before the treatment.
And today's exciting game made the television department in a lot of stores around the Twin Cities the place to be. Shoppers in Minnetonka, for instance, couldn't just walk past the televisions. They had to stop and watch the game. Anxious fans stood by the sets as they shopped, catching the plays when they could. Now, this is one thing we should mention. Tickets for the World Series go on sale tomorrow. You can buy them at all Metro Dayton stores starting at 8 a.m. Tickets for the first two games will cost between $20 and $30 each for a limit of, and there is a limit of 4 per game.
And I think one other thing we want to mention is going to be a special celebration down at the Metrodome tonight starting at 9 o'clock. Yeah. Please join them. Don't go to the airport. Join the Twins as they go into the Metrodome.
It's all free. The gates open at 9, so just come
big
on
celebration. Down. Still at Common News 11, a debut day for a new shopping center in the Twin Cities.
And more on the Twins as they stick up against the competition.
Right at the corners. Throw to third. Out! They got Evans! Oh, and it doesn't happen often to an
Budget Power, the home improvement expert, celebrates with store-wide savings during the grand opening sale. Levolure, the leading name in window treatments, are all sale priced. Choose from a wide array of fashionable colors, textures, and styles to make your window fashion sleek, colorful, and completely functional. All International Rapid Start dependable fluorescent lighting is on sale, including energy-saving fluorescent lights in oak or walnut wood grain finish, all on sale now. Shop the grand opening sale at Budget Power, the home improvement expert.
Camera, action!
Hi, I'm here to tell you about our practically free checking.
Excuse me, but First Minnesota money market checking is free with the low minimum balance. Plus, you're in high rates.
Well, there's no interest on ours, actually.
And you get a credit card with no annual fee.
Oh, really?
Free cash machine use.
We have free parking.
Free checks, too. And you can bank at over 50 offices.
What's your bank again?
First Minnesota. What's yours?
First Minnesota, the new bank.
Over 17 million people now use a new kind of credit card.
The Discover Card.
A credit card that charges no annual fee. In fact, this credit card pays you money. A yearly cashback bonus every time you use it.
Pays you back.
Why pay for a credit card when this one pays you?
The Discover Card.
For people who expect value, use it at places like these.
Pizza Hut brings you something you couldn't get in a double pizza deal before. Our famous pan pizza. Announcing Pizza Hut pairs. 2 medium cheese pan pizzas for only $10.99. And just $1.29 per topping covers both pizzas. That's right, a double pizza deal on our famous pan pizza. Pizza Hut pairs. 2 medium cheese pan pizzas for just $10.99. Available for dine-in or take-out from Pizza Hut. It's a great price on our great pan pizza.
Our Twins coverage continues. So does our Twins coverage continues. Right now we want to get out to Detroit and Paul and Tom.
I think we're the only people still in the stadium up here, but there's still a lot of activity down in the clubhouse.
Somehow I thought it would be a little more glorious than this. We're in the catacombs here.
They've even shut down Tommy's favorite concession stand here.
What a rotten deal that is, I'll tell you.
Well, let's go down to the locker room. Jeff Passolts down there.
All righty, another local boy makes good. Tim Laudner, Twin Cities native out of Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. You played your Little League ball there and some high school ball, and now you're going to the World Series for the Twins.
Most exciting thing that's ever happened to me in my baseball career. I can't think of enough words to describe what the feeling is.
Everybody talks about the Twins and a different player coming up with a big play. That one you made yesterday with Gary Gaetti was just outstanding.
Well, you know, we'll take the outs however we can get them. You know, we're not greedy. You know, if they want to give us the outs, we'll take them. And it's been like that all series long. And people bearing down every out, every pitch, doing what's expected of them, and it was a total team effort.
Tim Laudner, we're proud of you back in Minnesota, and hopefully we can keep her going through the World Series. And another guy coming our way, Bert Blyleven, the veteran pitcher for the Twins. You were with the Twins there for a while. You came. Oh, you guys are through. But anyway, what was I talking about? Anyway, congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. We're very happy, and we're very happy for the fans of Minnesota.
Now, it's been a long time coming for you as far as the Twins. You were here, things were going well, then things didn't go so well. You went away and had some success. You've been in the World Series before with Pittsburgh.
Well, in 1970, we lost 3 straight to Baltimore, so that wasn't a good way to start off.
Oh, jeez.
Did you get that? I wish I had my mouth open.
Yeah, you know. Oh, no! Oh, Bruno! I am marking all this down. I'm jotting it down. You guys are through. All right.
As you can see, these...
Oh, I thought they were kind of low-key, actually.
Thank you very much. I'm happy for all 23 of these other guys. We worked our tail ends off to get to the position we're in right here, and you look cold.
Let's not waste the opportunity. I'm going to go back to you guys and hit the showers or something.
The Champagne Olympics going on
That's
down
right.
there.
He faced enemy batters in Detroit, and his wife faced a Twinkie threat in the stands, but that was put to rest.
Blyleven, of course, in the series in 1979 when he was with Pittsburgh, so a return trip for him.
That's right, and he pitched for the Twins in the 1970 League Championship Series.
He was a very young man, 19
years old.
Let's go back to the studios in Golden Valley.
Well, I tell you what, sounds like they're locking up behind you guys.
It's pretty much just us. Here come a couple officers back there. Hi, guys.
How you doing, gang?
Thanks for offering us the protection and everything.
They're nice people here.
Yeah, absolutely.
They really
The fans have been great here.
I mean, really.
I think
they probably think you're pretty strange, but yeah, all right.
Well, they do.
They'll probably tell you to turn out the lights when you leave, huh?
Yeah, it'll be us. We'll probably be the last ones out of here. I think what we're going to try and do is, though, we've been offered 2 seats, Tommy and I have, on the Twins charter flight home. So hopefully we'll be coming home with the players, and that should be quite an experience for us. Yeah.
And be down at the Dome, right?
Yeah.
Rally, 9
Well, that'll
o'clock.
be fun.
Okay, see you guys then.
Still ahead on News 11, Paul Douglas says we're in for a touch of Indian summer.
And a message from the fans to the Twins for a job well done. That's an understatement.
Until now, plowing through what the snowplow left behind was one of winter's toughest challenges. Now, Toro introduces the exclusive Power Shift snow thrower. The Power Shift automatically puts more weight on the front for a more powerful bite on winter's toughest snow. The new Toro Power Shift. The only challenge left? Getting out of the driveway to go buy one.
Save up to $100 on Toro 2 stages at Bloomquist, Rapid Rental, and Nelson Pease.
U.S. Swim and Fitness, $24 a month for 18 months. That's $24 a month at U.S. Swim and Fitness.
Isn't it time? Have you got your act together?
Any way you slice it, you get more of what you need from the only group dental plan that was established not for profit, but to make long-term dental health affordable for more Minnesota people. Delta Dental. You go to your own dentist, you have a healthier set of teeth.
Furnaces are boring. boring.
What?
They should be boring. If they make a lot of noise or give you big bills, then they're not boring, and that's bad. Here's a Weathermaker gas furnace by Carrier. Wonderfully boring. Heats for 40% less than typical older furnaces. Boring furnace. Memorable savings.
Yeah.
Buy yours now with no payments or interest till spring. Call for details.
Call your neighborhood Carrier dealer today.
Let's rejoin our Champagne Bureau in Detroit.
Yeah, that's right.
Not up here. This is sort of the hot dog and water bureau right here.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a fact.
Not exactly beautiful surroundings that we're in.
You know, Marv Albert from NBC Sports came up to me last night. We were talking. He said, you know, this Twins team is a great ball club, and they're a nice bunch of guys. Yeah. And that's right. Hit the nail right on the head. And I think Jeff's with one of the nice guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I am with a nice bunch of guys, and now I got shaving creamed, and now I'm getting iced. And Don Baylor, you've been down this road many times before. Oh, jeez. I'm going to keep doing this because people want to hear from you, Don. But you've been down. Oh, this road so. I can't even talk.
Want me to interview you?
Yeah, go ahead. Just say whatever you want. Do it.
Yeah, this is a great feeling. Minneapolis St. Paul should be very proud of this ball club because we play with a lot of heart and a lot of intensity. When we came here, we were not given a chance to even win a ball game, and we won 4 out of 5 and we won 2 out of 3 here to beat them.
Were you surprised at all at this Twins team, the way they've come through? You've been in some championship teams.
Well, we just got on a roll, and all of a sudden, once you get on the roll, you start believing that you can do it. And I think the first ball game that we won was the first night. When you win the first one, you think about winning 2. And Detroit was in trouble once they lost 2 ball games because it's really tough to come back. And they felt like they were coming home, but they were not swinging the bats like they've been swinging them against Toronto.
I think a lot of people are going to give Don Baylor credit because your veteran leadership was also a settling influence in the stretch drive here.
Well, it was a lot of fun to participate in a different capacity. I had to kind of come off the bench and do some things, and all of a sudden you start working with some guys like Gagne and seeing some interesting things happen. Seeing some interesting things happen to some young players, finally being a playoff to get the exposure and want to do well, and they came through it.
Don Baylor, you and the Twins have made us proud. Nice going.
Thank you.
All right, keep doing it in the series, too. Back upstairs, guys.
He looks like he's something out of one of those monster movies.
A little hot wax, and he'll have the full deal there, won't he?
Paul, I came that close to being down there with him in the locker room. I'm glad I'm up here with you.
Safety in numbers. I needed you up here with me. I'll tell you what, right now, let's head back to the studio to Diana and Kevin.
Thank you, guys. Well, I think it's raining champagne in Detroit, and nothing but blue skies here because, of course, the Twins have won. Paul Douglas will have his forecast at 10. So join us then if you want to know what the weather is like. Until then, still to come, News 11, the National League. We'll find out how they're stacking up.
And a salute to the Twins, who are definitely on a roll.
From the first one to the fast one, you get the jump on winner when you jump on Skidoo. And now participating Skidoo dealers make the buying even better. Now you can get up to $250 in suits or accessories absolutely free when you buy your new Skidoo. Offer ends October 31st and varies on selected models. Be first, be fast. Get the jump on winner. Jump on Skidoo at these Skidoo snowmobile dealers. Heron Motors, New Brighton, and Al's Specialty Service in Rochester.
In recent years, most innovations in frozen pizza have come in the area of crust. Thicker crusts, thinner crusts, lighter crusts, crustier crusts. Double Top Pizza from Tombstone puts the crust where it belongs, on the bottom of the top. And our crusts are doing double duty because Double Top doubles the toppings. Double the meat, double the cheese, double the taste. Double Top Pizza from Tombstone. You'll think twice before you buy anything else.
I live in Washington State. I raise Washington apples.
And we feel that our apples year in and year out are among the best in the world.
Washington apples. They taste good.
And they're juicy and sweet and even pretty to look at.
It's the kind of apple that you pick up and you take a bite out of, and you take another bite until it's gone. Now that's a Washington apple.
How can you beat that?
A is for Washington. Apples at their very best.
Well, we are back again. We're going to go back to Detroit with Tom and Paul.
More importantly, I want to find out how Passolts doing.
Passolts, I know we'll have to check up on him in just a bit.
I think he just went down for the second time. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
He'll definitely need a shower before he heads out of here.
That he got the worst dunking, but you know, really, we've all been a pretty good pal of the players, and Jeffy knows him very, very well, and I think it's a form of affection, really. But he really
absolutely.
got it.
In fact, if you want to check on Jeffy, let's go down there right now. I think
Yeah.
he's down there with Gene Larkin.
Jeff.
Hey, I used to be a pal with the players. You guys did me in, Gene.
Well, you got, you know, they must like you for doing that stuff to you, but, you know, it's a big thrill for all of us, and we're real happy about it. We just got to keep it going for the World Series.
It's got to be a thrill for you, your rookie year, to be on a team that's in the World Series.
Yeah, you know, coming up from AAA this year, you know, it's a big thrill for me. I feel real fortunate, and hopefully I can contribute in the series.
You started out this year in the minor leagues. You ever think you'd end up here?
Hell no. We played a pretty bad AAA team. Let's go! Big thrill for me, real big thrill.
Well, we're excited about what you did. Okay, Sal Butera says it's time to get on the bus. These guys got to get cleaned up, and I think maybe I do too. Back to you guys.
All right, well, I guess we should talk a little about the National League.
Absolutely. That's what we'll have to sit back and watch now, is that battle.
Now, tomorrow, that'll be on Channel 11 and NBC, and it'll be a couple of left-handers who pitch a great deal alike. You have Dave Dravecki of the San Francisco Giants. He throws a lot of dipsy-doodle stuff in, out. He reminds you a lot of Frank Tanana. John Tudor really doesn't have that much heat either. He pitches very similarly, and, of course, the Cardinals are down 3-2, but they're going back into their spacious home ballpark in St. Louis, hoping that their speed and defense will bring them back into a tie and eventually a win. And for me, if that would happen, Paul, it would be a lifetime dream. I mean, it would be, you know,
You've been living in Minnesota now for how many years? 17 years?
17 years,
And
yes.
you grew up in St. Louis.
Grew up in St. Louis.
You told us earlier you wouldn't have any problem rooting for the Twins.
No, without a doubt, because I don't know any of the Cardinals now. Stan Musial's gone. Ina Slaughter is gone. And those little birds and the bats, I still love those and their
How
uniforms.
about your dad? Your dad's still kicking around. I mean, who would he go for?
He would root for the Twins.
What a guy.
I mean, what a guy.
I like your pop.
My mom and dad both. They would go for the Twins. And it would be exciting. So I'm not going to give up. I'm very hopeful that the Cardinals can do it. And my aunts called for tickets and my buddies. And so it'd be kind of neat to go down there.
The Twins wrapped up. They clinched their pennant early and had to continue playing Texas for a while, losing those games, while Detroit and Toronto were embroiled in that tremendous series at the end of the year. And we speculated earlier, what impact does that have on the Twins? They've got everything wrapped up. They're just sort of going through the motions. Detroit and Toronto really going at it. Well, it turns out the Twins come in here and knock them off 4-1. How do you see the Twins now sitting back and having this much time to rest prior to facing somebody in the series?
Well, obviously it didn't hurt them in this series, so that's a very good omen. Sometimes that can hurt you to lose your momentum, but they just came out like they were smoking, and Detroit had been playing and fighting for its life, and then wins it on the final day. So apparently the rest, they've already proved the rest will not hurt them. So we hope that'll be the case in the
series. Well, I want to
series.
thank you and Jeff and everybody for letting me tag along over here to watch this baseball and work with you. It's kind of been fun putting on my sports head.
You're not done yet. We're going to the Dome.
Yeah, that's true.
Going to the Metrodome.
We'll come back to the studio with Diana and Kevin.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Great
Jeff,
job,
your
you
work
guys,
is not done yet.
Great job.
We'll see you back here in the Twin Cities.
Finally this evening, as the Twins march toward the World Series, you can bet there'll be plenty of celebrating right here in the Twin Cities.
Including tonight at 9 o'clock at the Metrodome. Now, we're going to leave you now with a photo essay put to Prince's song, Let's Go Crazy. Go Twins, we'll see you at 10.
Go.
Amin Z Oriental Rugs, 1408 West Lake Street at Hennepin, is closing its doors for good, and time is running out. 60% off. I repeat, 60% off the entire inventory of handmade Oriental rugs. Imagine every Nain, Haris, Tabriz, Kashan, Bokhara, Chinese. In fact, every Oriental rug in the store is 60% off. The selection is great. The rugs are magnificent. But at these prices, they won't last forever. Come in and join the hundreds of satisfied customers who have selected their quality handmade Oriental rugs at Amin Z's going out of business sale. 1408 West Lake Street at Hennepin. Validated parking.
In Canada, winter comes a little earlier. The mountains loom a little higher. The rivers run a little colder. Some people say you can taste it in the beer. Molson Golden, a little crisper, a little bolder. Molson is Canadian beer.
Chicken bundles, don't you just know?
Introducing new chicken bundles from Burger King. They're like nothing you ever loved before. You get 3 mini-sized sandwiches made from real white meat chicken, cooked in pure vegetable oil.
Chicken bundles,
and you get a big, juicy taste. But hurry, they're only here for a short time. New chicken bundles, only at Burger King. The best food for fast times.
Do the Bee Gees still just want to be your everything?
What happens when games designed to be fun turn deadly?
Is Richard Carpenter ready for a big comeback?
Have you heard the one about the comic who told the same joke in 5 states Saturday night?
Entertainment Tonight works out the kinks for Monday, October 12th, 1987. Be there!
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Gibbons. Mary Hart is ill today.
And I'm John Tesh. And in the heated battle for sports ratings, baseball is still the national pastime. Overall, the playoff coverage of baseball on NBC fared far better than the second replacement Sunday of football, causing the networks to take a hard look at the action on the gridiron and its dwindling home viewing audience.
Yesterday, the networks felt the force of the NFL players' strike as ratings dropped a substantial 14% from last week and were down 31% from those before the strike. Conversely, fan attendance at the stadiums was up from an average of around 17,000 last week to an average of around 25,000 yesterday. And although more players are expected to break ranks with the union and play next weekend, some fans are actually enjoying the games with the replacement teams.
CBS did carry the Sunday night primetime race on the strength of Murder, She Wrote and After the Promise, the CBS Sunday night movie starring Mark Harmon.
For the 4th straight week, Fatal Attraction led all movies at the nation's box office. According to Entertainment Tonight estimates, Fatal Attraction took in over $9 million, increasing its total to over $40 million in under a month. Like Father, Like Son held on to 2nd place, The Princess Bride slipped into 3rd for its first weekend in wide release. Someone to Watch Over Me, the new Tom Berenger, Mimi Rogers action thriller, was a disappointing 4th.
The brothers Gibb held a lock on the pop charts in the late 70s. 6 consecutive #1 singles placed the Bee Gees in a category equaled only by the Beatles. Then, as quickly as superstardom hit, the group became yesterday's news. This weekend in Florida, the brothers took steps to get back in the musical headlines.
On the sweltering streets of Miami, adoring men and women stood awaiting the arrival of Morris, Barry, and Robin, collectively known as the Bee Gees. After a 6-year hiatus, the Bee Gees are back with a new album, ESP, a record which is a total departure from the disco sound Saturday Night Fever, a sound that has sold over 30 million albums.
Well, each album is a great satisfaction to us. This one we feel fresh, it's like new. We feel like we're starting fresh again, and it's a wonderful feeling. We're very excited about it.
Although they haven't had an album on the charts for 6 years, they haven't lost that superstar quality. A single, You Win Again, is already number 6 in England. And if their fans in America are any reflection of this turnout, the Bee Gees have shown to possess some ESP about the music business.
We might just hang around for a while, you know?
After 25 years, it looks as if the Bee Gees haven't lost a step.
The Bee Gees are planning a European and American tour to begin next spring, and I know you've already got your tickets.
Hey, John, did you hear the one, it's a setup, did you hear the one see about the comic who flew through 5 states to tell jokes in 6 clubs in one day, and his arms didn't even get tired?
Yes,
Boom, boom. Seriously, folks. Comedian Rick Rockwell decided to take on the Guinness Book of World Records and began his comic quest by flying into Dallas.
I think everybody looks at me like I'm a little bit askew, a few bricks shy of a load, missing a few marbles, whatever.
The San Diego comic wasn't far off, but he and his entourage gave it their best shot.
I'm going to have so much dirt on my mouth after 6 landings.
Dallas was the first stop of the 6-city evening.
Dallas is my favorite city in the whole world. Thanks very much. Good night, everyone.
Albuquerque gave Rick one of his best receptions.
This is great. It's great to be here in Albuquerque. This is, I'd have to say this is probably my favorite city in the whole United States to do comedy. Thank you.
Already running late, his arrival in Phoenix was nonetheless a bit startling, an empty club.
I just want to say that I think Phoenix is the greatest comedy town in the world. Thanks very much for being part of the tour.
Las Vegas posed no problems, but L.A. was almost performed on the street. And as for the final destination...
Yeah, hi, I'm Rick Rockwell. I'm here with the Comedy at the Speed of Sound tour. We went to 6 cities, 5 states is our last stop. We're closed.
Rick's own home city, San Diego, literally closed its doors on him. But did that stop this crazy guy?
There, Denny's. We'll go to Denny's. They're open 24 hours, aren't they? Perfect. Is this great? We're down by the beach. We're in San Diego. I love this place.
Way to go, Rick. Well, Rockwell will now submit his accomplishment to the Guinness Book of World Records in the hopes it will satisfy the book requirements for a brand new category. The results should be known in a couple of weeks. We will, of course, keep you posted.
Coming up next, the phrase, "it's only a game," does not apply when the games turn deadly. Special correspondent Geraldo Rivera investigates the claim that some games could have an outcome of murder.
Also ahead, Richard Carpenter is back on the road with the first album since his sister Karen's death. He'll tell us how he plans to recapture the Carpenter magic alone.
You'll take over 25,000 showers in your lifetime, which can damage your skin. That's why you should use aloe and lanolin soap, the skin conditioning bar from Jergens. It contains aloe, legendary for healing skin, and lanolin for softness. So whether you're taking your first shower or your 20,001st, use aloe and lanolin soap from Jergens. And now introducing vitamin E and lanolin soap, also from Jergens.
La 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 la.
Wow, this raisin's fat.
Sure, it's full of natural sweetness. That makes Post Natural Raisin Bran special.
What do you mean?
But it's no ordinary raisin bran.